Hello guys, it's Ashwati back after a long time with the 13th episode of Beyond the Bubble. A lot has happened in the cricketing world in the past week and we look at all the top moments in this episode. Stay till the end to know them all. It was Friday evening in Dubai and the entire cricketing fraternity was glued to their TV, all set to witness the grand finale of IPL 14 in which CSK took on KKR to increase their overall trophy count. Both of them had contrasting fortunes coming to the UAE leg of IPL where CSK sitting atop in the second position and KKR were languishing at 7th. But KKR defied all the odds and won 6 of their remaining games thanks to their spin duo of Narine and Chakravarti to qualify for the playoffs and continued their dream run in the playoffs by defeating RCB in the eliminator and Delhi Capitals in qualifier 2. It was rather a simple route for CSK as they reached the finals by defeating Delhi Capitals without much fuss. But it was the grand stage set for one ultimate showdown. After being put on to bat, Faf and Co ensured CSK scored 192 runs in the 20 overs. KKR were off to a flyer as both their openers ensured counter-attacking. With the match slipping away from the three-time champions, Thakur's double strike in the 11th over put on the brakes of the counter-attacking cricket of KKR. With KKR middle order not in good form, they slumped to further misery and eventually ensured that CSK won their 4th trophy at the end. It's funny to see in a tournament containing 8 teams, only 2 teams have 9 trophies to their names out of the possible 14 and the team list decreases to 13, taking in count the scraped teams like Deccan Chargers and Kochi Tuskers Kerala. With the addition of 2 new teams next season, all eyes of franchise owners will be at the auction for the upcoming season. When Dhoni said that he didn't find any spark among youngsters in the post-match interview after the defeat to Rajasthan Royals last year, no one would have ever thought a youngster from the same team would go on to win the Orange Cap and Emerging Player Award in the same season next year. I am sure that all of you know who I am talking about. Right, it's Ruturaj Gaikwad or Rutu Ka Raja. Soon after the statement given by MSD last year, he scored 3 50-plus scores and won Man of the Match awards in all of those 3 matches, showing his potential to his skipper. CSK management saw that and backed the youngster this year even though his season started off in a poor note. But he took full use of the opportunities presented to him and made impact right away, forming a formidable partnership with Faf du Plessis at the top of the order. The bloke from Maharashtra continued his masterclass in UAE as well, scoring 438 runs out of 9 matches, which includes an unbeaten 100 against Rajasthan Royals at Abu Dhabi, and thus became the youngest player to win the Orange Cap and the first player in IPL history to win both Orange Cap and Emerging Player Award in the same season. More than his runs, the way he scores them has attracted a lot of followers to his name. With mega auction around the corner, the CSK management would be tempted to retain such a run machine and begin their new legacy with young players next season. No matter what, Rutu is indeed an amazing find of the season. If Ruturaj's transformation was the best, then Harshal Patel's transformation is beast. A lot of eyebrows were lifted when RCB traded Daniel Sams with Harshal Patel to Delhi Capitals before the start of season. But little did they know that this guy from Haryana, who had been an ordinary bowler till the period that would go on to win the Purple Cap Player of Tournament award and a lot more with RCB. He started the campaign with a 5-wicket haul against Mumbai Indians and never took the foot from the pedal afterwards. His ability to bowl slower ones and cutters at death overs ensured that batters had to pick him up right from the release to score runs. But even in this technology-filled cricket world, no batter would ever find it easy to read his off-pace deliveries at death overs, gifting him with wickets match after match. He also picked up a hat-trick in the process against the same opponent where he began his new journey for RCB, the Mumbai Indians, and went on to claim 32 wickets in 15 matches, equaling the record of most wickets in a season by Dwayne Bravo, and also became the first Indian to take 32 wickets in a single IPL season. He also became the first uncapped Indian to win Purple Cap and the Player of the Tournament award. In a tournament where overseas stars and experienced players are always up in the limelight, it's amazing to see Rutraj and Harshal Patel impressing and winning the orange and purple cap respectively. Just like CSK, RCB would also be licking their lips to retain their star death bowler for the next season. CSK comfortably defends the total and wins the trophy for the fourth time. The winning captain MSD is all ready to give his post-match speech to Harsha Bhogle. It is not a secret that Harsha would love to ask direct questions to everyone, and he did the same to Dhoni with a question, "Will we see you next year?" After a few non-controversial yet indirect replies to this question, Harsha ended the presentation by saying, "You can be proud about the legacy you have left behind with CSK MS." But MSD was quick to identify a way to show his swagness by replying, "I still haven't left behind," with a smile putting comma to his IPL career, meaning he is still a CSK player and may remain to be in the coming season as well. Whether he will represent CSK as a player next season, that's a debate for a separate video. But the one-liners like these from the mouth of Dhoni brings in a lot of happiness as Dhoni fan. Am I being CSK biased? Definitely not. IPL is done and dusted, and my family was over the moon that they finally get the TV remote to watch their favorite shows at night. But little did they know that World T20 kicks off right from the very next day of the completion of IPL. With the tournament taking place in UAE and Oman, it's easy for everyone to move on their respective national teams. With qualifiers being played between associate nations and warm-up games for the remaining bunch, it's a never-ending cricket fever going on in UAE right now, with India winning their first practice match against England and dishing out various combinations. It proved to be a good outing for the team in dark blue, who donned their new jerseys in the process. Bangladesh, on the other hand, had to win in an unconvincing manner against the host Oman to stay alive in competition after losing out to Scotland in their opening encounter. 24th of October marked the date, as it is when the Indo-Pak rivalry resumes in cricketing fraternity. Reserve the Sunday night for this blockbuster encounter, as I will be back with another episode of Beyond the Bubble next week. Don't miss the opportunity to earn some real cash instantly using your cricketing knowledge with Ballebazi during the World T20s. The link to the app is in the description below. Follow us on Fisto Sports and Fisto Events across all social media platforms. It's Ashwati signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.